go to work for the words, for these words for you. If I have to put on my health in the post, enough for you. Ain't nobody know the cause of my matter, cause of my matter. It's in my shawty. Anybody underestimated the matter, tell them I say no, my shawty. If you need a fire.
What does it for you at first sight? Is it a physical or mental attraction? Welcome to the Unnamed Podcast. I remain your host, Mrs. TIP. And as we know, we'll be discussing attraction today. Okay, when you meet someone for the first time, when you get to see someone for the first time, what attracts you to that person? On today's episode, we have a very, very special guest. And I'll just let him introduce himself. So over to you.
Hello people. My name is TIP. T to the I to the P. It's my first time on the show, and let's see how it goes on today's show of attraction. Take it away.
I didn't say Ishkumar Rafsha. But oh well. Okay, so I am Mrs. TIP and he's Mr. TIP. Sorry. He's Mr. TIP, guys. Okay, so he's the original owner of the TIP name. So please, you know what I mean by that. Okay, so physical or mental? What does it for you, Mr. TIP?
I thought I'm Mrs. TIP for a minute.
Sorry.
Alright. Physical or mental? For me, it's physical first.
Okay.
That's why it's called attraction at first sight. You know. For me, it's physical because I think the window to the heart is the eyes. What the eyes see first is what it interprets to the heart. And for me, I think it's physical because I can't have anything with what I can't connect with. Okay. And for you to have a connection with something, it's something you should be able to see. Okay, basically.
But I don't know. Okay, so you said the eyes is what did you say the other time?
The window to the heart.
The eyes is the window to the heart. Okay, so I think, okay, this instance or this scenario where you meet someone in a group of people, or say you go for a meeting and perhaps you came late or you arrived late for that meeting. Then on walking into the room, the person talking is everything. Okay, you're hearing this person mentally and you're seeing this person. So would you say that attraction would first be physical or mental or both?
Well, before I would like to liken it to people, let's look at this scenario. You went shopping.
Okay.
You went shopping for perishable stuff, maybe like tomatoes, pepper, and stuff. And maybe as you're walking by the market, such markets, I'm sure you know, there are always more than one or two persons selling
the same exact thing.
Exactly. So you want to sample all of them. You look at both sides. What are you actually looking for? You're looking at that one that gets your attraction.
Yeah, which one is fresher? Which
fresher,
one looks more appealing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So that is like the window of what informs your decision as to where you're going to buy from.
Okay.
You understand? So when it comes to people talking and you buzz into a conversation of an intelligent person talking. Well, anybody can be intelligent, talking and stuff. Which,
like Lekon.
So if I wasn't watching the TV and I hear Lekon on radio, I would probably be interested in listening more because he sounds intelligent.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So, but then it will be illogical for me to be emotionally attached to him because I hear him and he's sounding intelligent when I've not actually seen him.
Okay.
For me, attraction for me is physical.
Okay, let's leave Big Brother alone, because that one is another matter. Okay, so I think I would like to go personal now. Okay, between me and you. What was it? Like just tell my listeners like a little bit of your own experience with me, like getting to know me and everything. Okay.
Gaga. Okay, you want us to go that road? For me, it was a physical attraction at first. Okay, I've always known what I wanted from a woman physically, and when I see it, I can recognize it, and I know this is it. Okay, so for me, that physical attraction, it's one important part of it.
But we were not talking. We never spoke.
Yeah, that's the icing of the cake. The beauty of the physical attraction is the fact that you can be into someone without even having to hear how the person says hello.
Okay.
As in, that's how strong physical attraction can be. Okay. You can start getting that feeling for somebody without even having a conversation with that person. You know. So for me, and as regards us, you know, I started having that feeling for you without even knowing what your name was, who you were, what you're about, all of that. So for me, it's physical.
Okay. So after you got to know who I was and, you know, where I'm from or whatever details you got to know later, did it transcend into any other thing, like maybe the mental, or it was just physical?
Yeah, you know, let's be guided, okay? Physical attraction you shouldn't base your conclusion about somebody on how they look physically or on how they are physically. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. It's just a window, it's a gateway. Every gateway can be shut, you know. When you get to that point where you have to make decisive decisions.
In essence, physical attraction is lost. Yes or no?
Well, I wouldn't say it's lost. It can be liked.
Is there anything like?
Yes.
I think it's lost.
No, not totally. I had to think about it. You understand? It can be liked.
Okay.
The end point is it's having the feeling of love. That's the end point. Okay, where you can have a defined relationship. But before it gets to that point, for some persons, based on their motive, it could be lost. For some persons, it could be like, you understand, based on, if you just want to make friends with that person, you would say, okay, I first of all got to like your person, you know, I liked your physique, I liked your complexion, I liked your hair, you know, all of those things. So for different people, different things could get them attracted, but the basic point is the fact that for me, attraction is just
first physical before any other thing. Okay, thank you so much. Quickly, I would like for us to delve into other person's review or opinions, because I got, you know, a good number of responses from you guys, and I'd like for us to listen to what these persons have to say. So I think we would start off with Edith. Before me, I will now go into my own story. You said your own part. I'll go into mine, but I'd like for us to listen to what Edith has to say. Okay, Edith's response says, mental who fine boy help. Said that taking care of themselves and leaving you looking good for other people. Please, is it really true? For her, it's mental attraction. Okay, so what do you have to say?
Before you get
because you're in that category. Please. I know exactly what you're saying. Very well, in fact. So, but let me hear you.
Before you get to know somebody is mentally attractive, you must have, in one way or the other, you fancy the person physically.
Okay.
I won't lie. You can't just have that mental, you know, even if you have a mental attraction to somebody, there must have been a tick or a no on his physical side. It's possible you're not attracted to somebody physically and then you're attracted to the person mentally. But then does that mental attraction translate to a relationship? Translate to love or something you want to hold on to as per relationship. Can a mental attraction alone, maybe it's a topic for another day, but you want to say, can a mental attraction alone lead to a relationship? So for me, if the physical is an X and the mental is a tick, I don't think it holds as much water as when physically you are attracted to the person and then also mentally.
Set and fine boys looking good for other people. Please, you guys. You guys should. I kind of feel where she's coming from, because it's not very easy to. Okay, let me just delve into an experience with you. Please, don't. Okay, so at first sight, I think we first met during preparations for that function. Okay, so at first sight, you looked nice, you looked good, cute, and everything. So, and then you had this very nice dress sense. I think for me, the first thing that I was attracted to was your dress sense. I really, really liked it, because I like unusual stuffs. I like to dress different, and you looked that too. So, I think that was the first thing that I was attracted to. But immediately girls started running towards you. Like, everybody wanted to greet you. Oh, hey, it's you, and everything. And I didn't know. Obviously, they knew you before me, but I didn't know you. And for me, for a very long time, me and fine boys, I don't know. Well, speaking from the only secondary school relationship I ever had, okay, I somehow, attraction, me and relationship, I don't know, it has always been fine boys, and I've really not liked it as a person, okay, because it's always the boys that girls are always rushing after. Now then they rush, you know that thing. So, but I don't know, I've never really liked it. So for me, I was trying to avoid any of those things. So when I noticed that girls were I was like, no, I'm not interested and stuff.
I'll avoiding drama again.
So, but that was for me. Okay, so but getting to now know you, when we finally talked, and you know, I got to discover that we had a lot in common, because as you know already, I knew a lot. In fact, I literally knew about you already before you got to tell me about you. I knew everything, like almost everything. I almost knew everything, because you were the one everybody was talking about. Like I don't know what's so. Yeah, you're fine. So, said I won't fine. I understand where she's coming, because I know there are lots of guys that, you know, when they are so fine, sometimes it gets to their head, dress, and all they are dressing every time is for other people, like how they want to look outside, right? They present themselves so well outside and forget about their spouse or person. So it could be like.
I think I'm not taking it away from edit, but confidence comes to play. You know, sometimes you need to be, not sometimes, you always have to be confident about your part. You know, it's a thing of pride. You have to pride it that you have somebody who is physically attractive and who is yours. You understand? And
I'm priding for you.
You know, so it's a thing of pride. It's a good thing, but you have to be confident enough and be positive about it, not to look at it in this light. You know, that the person is obviously just being cute for other people, you know, to see. I mean, you should also look at it that the glory is going to, because you are.
So I think you should read Wale's response. Let's hear what Wale had to say.
Okay, Wale says, anyone that says mental must contact me directly with a convincing answer. Yeah, I vibe with Wale.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew
anyone
you were going
that
to
says
vibe.
mental
I knew you were going to vibe.
Come on. You can't fall in love with something you don't see. It has to be something you see. That's what it is.
It's okay. I don't blame Wale Sha. Let me not reveal his secrets. But Sha, Ogaga says physical attraction first, then you get to know the person mentally. People like me value physical appearance first. Interesting.
True that.
Edith. Okay, we've already said Edith's zone. Arinze. Arinze. It's obvious that Arinze is for the physical. Okay, physical seems to be winning today. Arinze says the physical first before trying to find out if the person is smart or rude or not. Or his best feature. I'm not going to read his best feature out. I'm not going to do that.
So physical attraction is that ticket that takes you to the next stage of you wanting to have a conversation with that person. Most times, the people you're not attracted to physically, you don't want to have anything to do with them. It's probably just going to be a high, especially when maybe you find yourself in a confined space with that person.
Like an acquaintance kind of thing.
Exactly. You know. So, but then when you are physically attracted to that person, you're going to want to make every room for you to always want to be in a conversation with that person, and that's when you're going to start to see the mental part of that person. Then you can now start to make informed decisions.
Okay. Looking good so far. Looking good. I would like for us to listen to another person's review, and I think I would want to start with Valentina's own response. So let's listen to her and see what she has to say.
Ekeka. So you are saying what's your attraction to a man, physical or mental? First of all, I beg, all these men we have these days, some of them they just look like a bunch of sweethearts, but there are some that you will see that God created. A baby girl will just be drooling on her body and everywhere and be looking like Jesus. Well, for me, it's both physical and mental. Who doesn't like a fine man? Your husband is a cutie. Everybody has their spec, but personally, I like fine guys. Not really fine, sha. Let people see and look like, damn, is that her husband? Is that her baby boy? Like that. But I'm not the physical type. I like somebody I can talk to. Somebody we can talk, reason, play together. We can have relatable discussions. Not the kind that you guys will always pick a fight on every single situation that happens. Okay, nowadays we hear of breakups here and there, and people are thinking like, was he too good for her? Was she not this? Was she not that? I just feel like those things will reduce if you get to know each other better. You should connect mentally, There are a lot of things that are going to connect you at the end of the day, but first off, your sense of reasoning should be the same. It's not like you should be on the same school of thought, but you should be able to see through each other's point of view. Don't be with someone that is rigid, who is a one-way traffic. So, mental. And apart from that, you must like food like me. We should be able to talk about so many sweet things. Food, good movies, outings. I feel it's mental for most of us, not physical. Thank you.
Okay, Val, thanks for the compliment. You are amazing.
I said it first, didn't I? You are in that category. Set that one. But let me not complete it. Okay, so Valentina is of the opinion that physical attraction and then mental. For me, in essence, I feel like both of them go hand in hand. Like you can't. Most people will be attracted physically, definitely, because that's the first thing we see. But then getting to know you, for some of us, though, I repeat, for some of us, some people are good with physical and whatever thing you come with. But for some of us, though, after the physical, we like to look at the mental part, and she's all for that. So,
I think we should not take it away from what the question is. The question is physical or mental. What gets to you
at first? Yeah, first.
So, a lot of us say mental. I'm not ruling out mental attraction. Like I said earlier, the physical attraction is the window. You understand? It's like the first check, So I want us to realize that mental attraction is way more important. Like I was saying earlier, maybe we'll have another topic for this whole mental thing. It is way more important than the physical attraction. But for me, first, it has to be physical because, come on, if the relationship gets solid, this is somebody you probably be seeing every day of your life, you know. And
Nobody likes a dumb ass. That's just the
Mrs.
implication.
Mrs. TIP can attest to the fact that every morning she gets some kind of compliments, which comes from the
every
fact
morning?
that, you know, I'm
Which
seeing something
morning?
physically first.
Which
You
morning?
understand? So, come, don't.
No. Please continue. Let's not show ourselves outside. Please continue.
Okay, I won't do it again. Don't worry.
Calm down now.
Now you're
Calm
begging.
down.
You are telling me which
I'm
thing.
just saying you should
And
calm
don't
down.
worry,
Like
won't do it
I just
again.
want to know which morning, but
Don't
it's
worry,
okay.
you soon know.
I'm not complaining.
Okay,
It's fine. Go on.
So, people, I think we the question, we should narrow down this thing to the question, which is what comes to you first. You understand? But I want you all to know that physical has to be or probably should be
Drive.
the first check.
Okay. Physical is a drive.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to the next person. The next person is a guy, and his name is Ayo. And Ayo also has something to say about this. So, let's say Ayo, please.
Hello. For me, it's mental attraction over physical attraction any day, anytime. Though it's going to be a mixture of the two, because even if the person is as brilliant as like anything, you still have to be physically attracted to some extent. Do you understand? So, but majorly, I think if I'm to rate it, it will be 85, 15, 75, 25 kind of, because I really rate the mental attraction part, because you know this idea of you having to drag up, or the person you are with pulling you down to a level, that kind of thing. I dread that kind of life. So you know, when that kind of thing happens, it cuts across every aspect of your life. Like, it at the end of the day affects you in every facet of your life. Like, it's going to affect even your goals and the time you take to get to your destination, the route it's going to affect every aspect of your life. So for me, it's mental attraction over physical attraction, even though it's going to be a mixture of both, because at the end of the day, you still have to be attracted to the fellow physically. So, but personally, I don't think I'll have to make a decision of who, or like make a decision by dating someone based on physical attraction alone, based on the kind of person I am. But I don't see that happening at all. Like, at all, it can never happen. So for me, I think it's mental attraction and a mixture of physical attraction. Thank you.
Okay, so we had Ayo's view, and Ayo is of the opinion that, you know, he loves mental attraction, or he values mental attraction. And of course, like he said, the physical is hand in hand, okay? You have to have physical attraction. So, I don't know, what do you think, Mr. TIP?
Well, like I said earlier when we started, everyone has his own opinion. Well, I'm still of the school of thought that, man, moving forward with anybody, physical attraction has to be checked before anything.
You were saying something about Love Island and how they start.
Okay, I don't know if you've seen Love Island, or the very first episode where they're all trying to couple up. An array of ladies are placed in front of you. A gentleman walks in.
Yeah, they bring the guys in turns after turn. The girls have to pick.
Yes, if you're interested in the girl, you take a step forward. So you want to see, as in, what was the basis for that correlation? Is it not the physical attraction?
Yeah.
I mean,
and I think
the guy
guys,
walks in and then
the
like,
guy, I think it's the guys that end up picking. If the ladies are more,
the guy will affirm when the girl steps forward. Like, if it's more than one person,
yeah,
you know, the guy will not make a pick.
okay.
You understand? So, but then, you know, you see that connection there is first of all physical. This is not to say that mental is not important.
Or is it impossible now? Is it impossible to actually like someone mentally?
It's not impossible. In fact, it is very valid to like somebody mentally, because it is the mental side you live with for the rest of your life. You understand? But as in the first thing to check, as in that part where if you don't make that mistake, man, that mistake will live with you for the rest of your life. You understand? So
Yeah.
I'm not saying the mental thing is not valid. In fact, it's very much valid. You understand? I give it more validity than the physical attraction, but I have to make sure my physical is settled first before we move forward. You know what I'm saying? Take it away.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Physical before mental. But at this point, I would love for us to listen to Priye. Priye also sent in a review and opinion, so let's hear it. At this point, even me, I'm feeling like the physical is come on. Everybody's just saying, like, you can't do without physical attraction. For me, I keep saying it based on my own experience. I really did not. I'm not drawn to people physically, but yes, I notice if you're fine, I will notice it, right? And I'll probably tell you fine. So yeah, Priya, over to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Priya. So to answer the question, I would say I am mentally attracted to people. Yeah, I realize I pay attention to people more when I hear them talk or when we're having a conversation. And this has been revealed severally when I find myself, falling in love with a guy that is either my lecturer or my facilitator or a trainer or a mentor. You get? So I think, yeah. And I also believe that the physical attraction is something that can be built, something that can be worked on. So if you're not liking how someone you're connected to mentally is looking, you can easily work on that. Yeah. So, but it's a mental attraction for me. Yeah. Thanks.
So what do you think about Priya that says she's more mentally attracted to people than the physical?
Priya. May God deliver you from all your mental entanglements.
Are you for real?
Yeah. That's all I can say.
Why?
Yes. That's all I can say.
Seeing, I was trying to tell you something. There are times when you could just fall in love with someone's voice even before you say. For instance, let's take a look at Big Brother. Last year, some people were in love with his voice even without seeing him. People like Diane and Mercy. I can recall Ebuka even asking them reunion show that what was it? What was the voice like in your head? So it's really very possible for you to actually like someone or be attracted to someone by that. It's not when you get close, okay, then you can check, okay, and uncheck whatever thing you want to be checking. For me, well, I like mental people that have sense. Just have sense. Like on 2020. Just have sense.
Have you ever bought something online on Jumia?
Yes, I have several times.
That's all I have to say.
Nice. That was nice. Okay, no problem. What we see is not what we get all the time. I hope you know that. Wait, now that's what I'm telling you. What we see physically sometimes on Jumia is not what we get every time. Like, you could actually see something very nice, and then when you get it in person, like when it now comes to you physically, you see it's different. It's not what you saw online. So it's possible for the physical cover to be deceiving.
Physical cover, yes, but the thing is, at least that was an attraction, and that's a good thing. Do you understand? That was it drew you.
Now I'm wasting my money.
No, it's not a waste. That's why I said that's at least you're able to click that. Okay, you're going to the next step. You want to purchase. You want to pay for this. I mean, that is the first step. So what if there was nothing at all physically connected to that person, and then it now came as a whole total package? That's you don't collect zero.
Was that not what happened? Was that not what happened to you in my case? I was not physically attracted to you. Yes, I'm I'm serious, really. I'm being serious because for a long time I was running away from fine boys for obvious reasons because I really don't like boys that I have to chase up and down, so, or boys that will be giving me heartache anyhow. So, but you were different. Calm down.
You need to re-establish that
You
statement.
were different.
You need to re-establish that statement. You are physically attracted to. At the same time, no, I don't want, let me just stop here. I don't want to.
Okay, I liked you. Okay, I didn't like you. Like, I liked your appearance.
Keep liking and unliking. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, moving on. Jeez, see how you're confusing my head now today. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, moving on. The last two persons will be including is Oyinda and Gideon. So we'll just play theirs concurrently, and then we take it all from there and end the show. Okay, so Gideon, and then next Oyinda Mola.
Hello. Okay, at first sight, what sparks it up for me is physical attraction. Yeah. While on the second sight, it has to do with the mental, the third sight, fourth, and so on. What takes me there is actually what I see. I can't judge or I can't say of what's upstairs by bare looking at you. But I go with the hope that, okay, since your appearance, or if your appearance is okay, you look good, I see the physical components in which I want in you, okay, that will attract me, and I just go there with the hope that, okay, since outside is, wow, is this dope, inside should be dope also. But when I get there, and it's a different thing entirely, too. Now, Salamuche, I'm good. Okay, so taking example with my current relationship, what got me there at first, sincerely also, it's what I saw. Okay, and funny enough, but before I always fall in love, or probably what my specification on ground, I always mad, I want a tall lady, taller than me. It's not like I have plenty height self. Taller than, light, not that fat, not that slim, just they call it, meet at the right places. But I end up finding myself, those specifications never come true. So I think aside the physical self and the mental, there is this je ne sais quoi that just happens, something you can't explain. When I see the one that is for me, forget the physical, like the present one, but I won't lie to you, let me reduce my voice so that she won't hear me. It's not like she has all what I'm seeing. She's not the finest in the world, but I don't know. I just found myself here, So, I feel like I've spoken myself, I've even gone off track. But for me, at first sight, I don't want to explain much. I've already explained. But at first sight, is definitely what I see. Is physical attraction. That's what will keep you safe. At times, even if the mental is not as stable, with her mentality, with a good sense, when she goes away and you turn around to look at the beauty, it will calm you down. And beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. What is beautiful to me might not be beautiful to you. So don't come and see my get tomorrow and say, is this the one you're talking about?
Oh, hi. So this is a very interesting topic, but it might sound like a rant because most times people don't get it. Some people like to hide under these guys that, I'm smart, or I have this thing here. But for real, if you don't look good, how many people want to talk to you? How many people want to listen to you actually? So for me, what does it for me at first is the looks. I know I'm all about the intelligence is sexy kind of thing. I'm about it, but you have to look good. You don't have to wear Fendi shirt and wear Gucci or Googie or some fake Yeezy slippers for me to know you're expensive. Or you don't have to do the most, basically, because you don't have to repeat clothes. And I'm a girl, I'm speaking about the guys first. You don't have to do the most. I mean, you can be cool and yet chic. You know, you can try, like, you can make an effort, but it look like you're not really making an effort. You look so good and people not really know you make an effort. So I'm all about the looks first, because if you don't look good, you're trying to approach me, trying to talk to me, it might take time for me to actually notice any other thing, maybe your mental, whatever. It might take time for me to actually notice it. Then for the ladies, I just spoke about the guys. Like, it's very important. You have to have a clean haircut, clean shave, clean smile, brush your teeth, please. People have bad breath. Clean, be good. For the ladies, yeah, I mean, everybody knows in the world knows that ladies are very cautious of how they look and what they wear. So that's not really an issue. But I don't want to sound cliche. So you have to look good wherever you are. Looks does it for me. I can't believe I'm saying this coming from my previous school of thoughts. Like, but hey, we change. So looks would definitely do it for me. You have to look good. I said this like 10 times because my experience with people, my school is a very good example of people that don't dress nice, but they feel like they have something upstairs and that thing upstairs is enough to do the work for them. No, fam. You have to complement it. Like, that is basically the spark with whatever you have up there. Hello? So, looks definitely there. Looks. See, even if you are not fine, try. Like, just manage that little that you have. Don't be... I don't want to rant, please. I don't want to rant, but it's all good. Yeah.
Alright, Gideon. Alright. Man, you just murdered everything. You said it all. Like, seriously, you dropped mine. No. There's nothing else. What else? Just said only you. I'm not surprised. I know your person. You coming to say attraction has to be physical. I mean, truth be told, that's just what it is, baby girl.
So
that's just the real. That's just what it is.
I'm not
I like
paying.
I like your opinion because I know you always call a spade, and that's what it is. So
Spade. So we are not talking spade now. No problem. Gideon and Oyindamola, thank you so much for your input. Yes, physical. For me, I'm still of the opinion that yes, so physical has more weight, right, when you meet people at the first time. But there are people who are still naturally drawn to people mentally, not necessarily what you look like or how you look like. And I know very well that if you're attracted to someone physically, right, it's not always easy to get them to speed mentally. Although there's a saying that, when you're in the midst of the rich, you behave like the rich. I don't know if when you're in midst of people that have sense, you will now start having sense automatically. Well, I don't know. I can't say, but I know that it's very possible for you to actually help someone who is, mental already, who thinks intelligently, who speaks smartly and everything. It's very easy for you to actually get them up to speed physically, to look like what you want. Okay, so that's it for me. I don't know if you have any conclusion.
Okay, there's this saying that first impression matters a lot.
Yes.
And that statement is more physical than mental.
Really?
There's this other statement that also says, dress the way you want to be addressed. That statement is more physical than mental.
So that's your sign out.
I'm gonna sign out this way. Whatever it is, try to get a balance. Okay? Try to get a balance. I'm not trying to say having a high mental IQ it's bad or something, but try to draw a balance. Look good, speak nice, have something upstairs.
Smell nice. Please, your breath should be nice. We all heard Oyindamola. Your breath is very necessary, as in,
so that's
please.
it for me. I'm signing out.
Please. It's okay.
And some people were liking and unliking.
Sorry.
No wahala.
Sorry. I like you.
No.
I like you. No, really, see, I think I need to address that, okay? Because truly, I was attracted to you. You guys need to see the way he did that. I was attracted to you, and I still am, okay? I know it's what's keeping me, the fine face,
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for this episode.
Now,
Until we come again,
in
come
essence,
your way
nobody
again.
find past you now.
This is us signing out on the Unnamed podcast. Take it away. Bye.
Thank you so much, guys, for this episode. Thank you to Mr. TIP. I love you. You know. Nobody, I swear, nobody find past you. And you know this. You know this. Okay, guys, from me, it's a wrap. It's a wrap right here. You can join us on social media platforms. We already have Instagram for the podcast, which will be, updated very soon. So thank you so much for everything. Thank you for listening. Please rate this podcast on your various listening platforms, and yes, follow us on social media. To be part of any of our conversations at all, you could do that from our social media at _Mrs. TIP or at TU Podcast. That's the Your Name Podcast, TU Podcast on Instagram, basically. So thank you guys so much. See you next time. Love you.
If I have to put on my health and a posting enough for you. Ain't nobody know the cause of my matter. This is my shawty. Anybody underestimated the matter? Tell them I say no, my shawty. If you need a fire, I'll be a ladder. Please be judging. Put me on trial. If you think I hurt ya, put me underwater. Take me caught.